So the NHL season in North America starts on October 8th with multiple regular season games kicking things off. But today, not only do we have our first regular season game of the year, but I think we've already seen a serious Save of the Year candidate in that game. But it's just been raining news and releases today if you're a hockey fan. Let's get into it. So as I mentioned, the Devils and Sabres kicked off the season today in Prague. Might make a dedicated video on it. As I'm recording this, it's the first intermission. Former Hab and future league MVP by the looks of it, Jonathan Kovacevic, is having a heck of a game. The Devils are viewed by many as a team that's going to have a serious bounce back this year after not making the playoffs last season. And the three biggest reasons for that are a healthy Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton, and having a true number one goalie in Jacob Markstrom now. He's already made his mark in a big way. This save he made was nuts. Like, look at this. Obey-Kubel has the entire net. Markstrom's stick is still down. Not only does he lift it in the nick of time, he places it at the exact perfect height to stop that puck. It's a jaw dropper for one of the biggest offseason acquisitions. First period of the first game of the season. Pretty impressive and definitely has potential for Save of the Year. Elsewhere, Utah has named Clayton Keller as the first captain in their history. My personal choice would have been Lawson Krause, but Clayton Keller's the marquee name on this team. Even though it's Utah's first season, he's been with this franchise for a long time. He's a vet now with quite a bit of experience, has worn the A for a long time. Like, it's not an outlandish pick. You can see why they chose him. Number 9 flies under the radar sometimes for casual hockey fans, so I'm hoping that a big season in a new city with that C on his chest, plus maybe playing on a top line with an Austin Matthews or Jack Hughes at the Four Nations face-off for Team USA, hopefully that gives him some more recognition because he's such a sick player. And lastly, 2 major NHL releases today. Actually 3 if you're a Flames fan. First, the one that I'm least excited about, but I still know there are tons of people who play these games. NHL 25 comes out today. I haven't played since NHL 22, but I've always wanted to do a franchise mode series. That's the only game mode I really like playing on it. I dabbled with making a few episodes about it a few years ago. The Hughes brothers are on the cover. I think it looks cool. I like the action shots better, like the ones they did with Jack and Quinn separately. I do miss the old covers though, like Stamkos on NHL 12 or Kane on NHL 10. I don't know, I just find those ones look super sweet. Then we've got a ton of behind the scenes NHL shows coming out recently. On YouTube, you've got some great ones. Behind the B for the Bruins has been going for years and years. That one's always been awesome. Then there are others that aren't necessarily recent, like the Leaf Blueprint. The Flyers, Hawks, Kings all have one out right now. Then there's the Montreal Canadiens with a full-blown Crave series going right now called The Rebuild that just got new episodes added on Wednesday. I'm super pumped that the Flames are doing one called The Chase. Super rare historically to see that type of stuff coming out of the Flames. I remember watching Oil Change on TV back in the day and being like, why can't the Flames have something like this? Side note, Hall and Eberle's rookie apartment is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But if you're interested, episode 1 of The Chase is already up on YouTube, and episode 2 drops tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be watching. I'm excited. Speaking of being excited though, the Big Mama, that face-off inside the NHL series on Prime finally comes out today. I've seen people who watched it early compare it to early 24/7 Road to the Winter Classic, which is awesome news. Apparently it's pretty raw, great behind the scenes access, and we got a taste of that with a fired up McDavid in the locker room in the finals. And he's also talked recently about how open he was throughout that process and how much we're going to get to see, which is really cool. Look at the names we get to follow. It's not just McDavid. That Swayman episode's going to be something, eh, with what's going on right now. If you're a hockey fan, there's tons to get into here, especially with the behind the scenes stuff. This is good for hockey. I've loved this stuff since NHL 24/7 and NHL Revealed in 2014, so I'm really glad to see more teams in the league in general just be more open to it. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one. You're awesome.